Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Mohit. I'm a community learning specialist here at DoSpace. And this is Kid Coder, a program where kids learn to do coding applications, and also we also do some other technological applications for the kids. So tonight what we are doing is we are using a website for coding practice, which is code.org, and we are using a specific application, a specific type of application in the code.org, which is Minecraft. Minecraft is also a game, and kids love to play this game. And this is the some application that will be coding application that will be learning from Minecraft uh, website today. And this is a drag and drop coding. So you can drag codes to the workspace that we're going to see in a minute, and then how we can make change to the codes and how we can make our character work according to the code that we write. This is the URL that we'll be using tonight for our coding activity. It's on your screen, code.org/Minecraft. And this is also in your chat box window. So you can click on your chat box window and this link will take you to this website. So you don't have to type this on your computer browser. So you can use any of browser, whatever you have on your device. You can use Google Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, or Mozilla, whatever you have, and you can use this application, this website on any of devices you will be using. You can use it on your laptop, your desktop, your iPad, and if you are using it on your tablet, you can use it on your tablet too. Okay, after you get on this, let's start with our first. So there are more than four lessons here, and you can also download the offline version of this, which means if you do not have internet connection for some reason, for some time, you can save the downloading version of all the applications, and you can use it on your computer if even you don't have the internet. And there is also another application. If you are done with using all of this coding application, there's another artificial intelligence part of this which you can use later. So let's start, and let's go ahead and start with our first activity here. So first thing we're going to do, play with Minecraft Voyage Aquatic. So you click on start here, and this will take you to another page, another application, and this will show you how we are going to, I'm going to move this here so that all of us, we can see it better. So this brings you a page like this, and they start with a video tutorial for almost 1 minute 25 seconds it is. So you can play out this tutorial and you can see.
Hello, you're just in time. Welcome to the Voyage Aquatic. I'm about to embark on a quest to find hidden underwater treasure, and I'm very glad to have your help. Who knows what we'll encounter along these mysterious waterways? We're meant to meet our first guide somewhere on this dock.
Welcome, adventurers. To complete the Voyage Aquatic, you'll need to solve a series of puzzles using code. Here's how it works. Your screen is split into three main parts. On the left, you'll see the Minecraft.
I hope all of us, you can listen the video that I am playing here on my screen. And if you have any difficulty listening to the video, you can just play the video on your device and you can listen to it. Okay, this is some set of instructions, and then I'll show you how to use all the drag and drop coding and how we can play with these puzzles and how we can solve the challenges, and we can keep moving forward in this application.
Minecraft world. The middle area is your toolbox, where you can find coding commands. And on the large area on the right is your workspace. This is where you can start commands to build your program and control your movements. The instructions for each level are at the top of the page. Click the plus sign to change between long and short instructions. Try dragging blocks from the toolbox into workspace, stacking them, and then click the run button to execute your commands. You might have to try a few times to get it right, and some of the puzzles have more than one solution, so experiment to see what works. If you want to try again, click the reset button to go back where you started. If you need to delete a command, just drag the block from your workspace back into the toolbox. Remember, click run to see what your code looks like in action.
Okay, enough messing around, fellow adventurer. Let's start coding to find some underwater treasure.
Perfect, thank you so much. So after you are done with the video on your device, it will ask you to choose a character. So you can choose any of the character out of these two. So I'm going to choose Alex. Okay, so as it says that, this you will see on your computer screen if you are following me, and if you are doing it by my side. So what you will see is there's a Minecraft Voyage Aquatic, and these are the number of puzzles. So it's 1, 2, 3, up to 12 puzzles we are here. So we can start from the one, and then if the orange means that you are solving the same puzzle that you are in. And then there's an option to sign in. So you can make an account on this website by yourself. So you can create a username and you can create a password. So how this helps is that if you are using a username and password, whenever you come back, it will save your progress and it will tell you what are the things you have done, and you can start from where you have left last time. And then if you see here, it's instructions. So this is the place where you get the instructions to how to solve the puzzles one by one. And then there's a blocks here on the left hand side. Well, we have done so many drag and drop programming before this, so it works in the same way. If you have done any of them like Scratch or Alice or Flappy games we have done in the past, it's pretty much similar. All the blocks here, those are the blocks, they are movable, so you move them here in the workspace, and then if you will move them back from here, this will be deleted. So if I want to delete one of these, I'll take this here, this recycle bin appear, and I can delete this. And then if I want to make sure I want to add coding, I have to move these codes from the blocks to the workspace. And then there's also an option of start over and show code. So show code is something which will show you in the coding language. So these all programs, they are drag and drop coding, but actually they are coded in Java language. So you can click on the code, show code, and you can see how they have been coding in the actual computer coding languages. And then on the left hand side, there's a run option. So whenever you are done with the coding here with the puzzle, you click on run to see how does it work for you. And then when you click on run, once you are done with the run, then there will be a reset button which will appear here. So you can reset your code and you can start again if you don't like it or if it doesn't work for you. Okay, so let's go ahead. So I'm going to work, with this as I go. You can just see me and then you can try it later. You can create notes by yourself, or what you can do is you can minimize the zoom, or if you have any other device, you can follow me step by step as we are going along, and you can see how does it work for you, and you can ask me questions if you see something doesn't work for you. Looks like I have a message here. Let me see. Okay, I'm cutting out. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I have my volume on maximum here, and then I'm also moving closer to my computer so that you can hear me better. Okay, so I was saying that I just explained all about the instructions. Oh, thank you so much. For some people it is nice. For some people it is I'm cutting out, so it may be from your end. If you are not very close to the modem Wi-Fi device, make sure you are close to your Wi-Fi device, and make sure the volume of your computer is maximum like this. Increase the volume to maximum so that you can hear me clear and better. Okay, so I just explained there are instructions. There's a workspace where you write your code, blocks where you move your block from, start over if you want to start over your code again, and run is when you test your code. Okay, so now I'm going to read instructions, and instruction says you need supplies for the voyage ahead. Collect a boat from the chest. So you will see, this is Alex, this is your character on the left hand side, and this is the chest. So basically you have to go forward, keep going forward to the chest to collect the boat. So now you have to apply logic, like what exactly from the blocks I need to go forward to the chest. So it seems like that I just have to keep going forward to go to the chest to collect the boat. So I'm going to click on move forward here. Just writing 2-line code, nothing more than that. Just step by step, start writing with the short codes, and then keep adding to the codes. That's how we learn about the coding. Perfect. Yeah, maybe you have some of them, you have already used the coding. Go ahead, play with this and tell me if you face any difficulty, but I'm going to start with very basic and show you how it works for the people who have never used this. So I have just written 2-line code here, which says when run, move forward. So this is run here. So always remember in coding, there is always an initiation process, like from where you start the coding, how does it work? So in this case, it's going to work from run. So when I'm going to click on run, my character, which is Alex, it's going to move forward. So I click on run and it move forward 1 step. So now I see that I have to go to the chest, which is here. So I have to go 2 more times forward. So I'm going to write 2 more forward here, adding 2 move forward blocks to the run, and then clicking on reset so that Alex can come back to the starting position. And now I know if I click on run, Alex will reach till the chest so that he can collect a boat from the chest. So I'm going to click run and see if it works for me. So click on run and that works for me. Alex just collected his board from the chest, and then you will see on your screen which says puzzle 1 completed. Congratulations, it is also possible to complete it with 3 blocks. Okay, you just wrote 3 line of code. So I just wrote 3 line of code, and then if you want to try again, you can click on try again, and if you want, you can give a feedback to this puzzle, and if you want, you can click on continue. That will take you to the second level of this puzzle number 2. So I'm going to click on continue to see which is my second puzzle. You guys can follow me, do all the steps as I'm doing it. And if you face any difficulty, please send me a message on the chat box so that I can acknowledge that and I can answer you. But the most important thing is to read the instructions on the top here. So instructions will tell you what exactly you have to write code for, what exactly you want Alex to do, and you have to write a code according to that, and then you have to click on run to make sure that it works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, then you have to make changes to your code to write the code again. And the mission is that we are going in the sea to find a treasure which is under the water. So the first puzzle was that we have collected our boat, and the second is we are going to be on our boat now so that we can start our voyage. And the mission is Voyage Aquatic. Okay, so I'm not going to write a code. So now I see that Alex has to move forward one. First he has to take 1 step, and then he has to take a right turn because the boat is here on his right hand side. So I'm going to take the block which is turn right, direction right, and then he has to take few steps forward after he takes a right turn to get to the boat. So I don't know how much step he's gonna take, so I'm just gonna add 3 of the forward so that he can just be on the boat, so that he's getting ready to get into the sea for his voyage. So I'm gonna click on run now. Perfect, that was perfect. So puzzle 2 completed. So what I did in my puzzle 2, that I just took a right turn and then I wrote code for 5 lines, and then what I did was I helped Alex to move onto the boat so that I can start my journey. So if you're done with this, if you want to see it again, click on try again. If you're done with this, click on continue. And then if you continue, you will see the puzzle number 3. So the puzzle number 3 says, grab the oars and pilot your boat across the open sea to catch the caught fish. Okay, so if I can see here, I have to collect the oars and then I have to go to the fish here. So I just want to see what the code I have to write. So I think I have to move forward few steps first, and then I have to take a left turn to collect the ores. Just write this code and see how does it work for us. So click on run. So that looks like it's wrong because I have to be here first. So I'm gonna add, so you can always, take one move forward here and add in the middle. So you don't have to delete all the codes, like take them back. You can just, take the code and put them in the middle of two blocks and it will adjust by itself. So you don't have to delete all of this. You just take one code that is required, put them in the middle, and it will work for you. Okay, so I'm gonna click reset now and click on run again. And then forward. Let's see if this works for me. Okay. Let's see if I add one more forward. Will it work over this or no? So this is the wrong way. So maybe I don't need the left. I just need to go to the fish here. So just keep going forward, click on reset, and then click on run. And then one more move forward, click on reset and click on run. So that was my code. I just had to go to the fish in the ocean. So I just wrote a code for 7 lines, which was just going forward. So it will change. Sometimes you have to turn right and left, and as you will go forward, you will see there will be other options of writing these codes. But this was all about just going forward to the fish. So as I said, earlier, you can click on replay if you want, and you can, if you are done with this puzzle, click on continue to go to the number 4 and see what we have there as a challenge to finish. So for number 4, I have a video which is about repeat until. Okay, so this is 1 minute 23 video.
Great,
I'm going to
we've
play
got a
this.
codfish. Did you know if you feed a codfish to a dolphin, the dolphin will guide you to a shipwreck where there may be treasure? We must be getting closer. The next set of puzzles are bound to be trickier, so we better learn some more coding skills. What's this? A cave?
Welcome, adventurers. My name is Squid. I noticed you were using the same set of commands over and over in some of the last puzzles. Must have been a bit tiresome. Do you ever wish you had a way to do something over and over again? Like, washing dishes or brushing your teeth without getting tired or bored?
That would be nice.
Computers are really good at doing the same thing over and over again, using coding loops. When you want your program to do the same instructions many times, you can use a loop. The loop contains instructions with the command to repeat until goal. Once your program starts a repeat until goal loop, it will keep running the instructions inside until it gets to the goal. Try this for yourself. Place the commands you want to repeat inside the repeat until goal block, click run, and watch it go.
Well, that was a little weird. Who knew squids could code? I don't even think they had fingers. So now we know about loops. Let's use them to bag us some more treasure.
Okay guys, so going further, this is about how to write a loop code. And this is very important in coding languages, as this video said this for us. Whenever you have to do something over and over again, it's very important to write code in the loops. So let's try one of the loop code here. So now we have to go, whenever you are going to start a new puzzle, always start the instruction with the instruction first. I'm going to read the instruction, which is, let's feed the code to the dolphin. Use a repeat until block to get across the ocean faster. Okay, so I think I just have to go forward here, and then until reach the goal. So click on run and let's see if it worked for us. That was easy. So as you will see, there's a difference. In the last puzzle we wrote, in the puzzle number 3, we wrote a line code for 7 lines, and I was just moving forward. But in this puzzle number 4, we just wrote the code for 2 lines, and then we were able to accomplish our goal because we have a specific code of writing code reach until the goal, like a loop code here. So this is the loop code. So the loop code is when you can write this loop code, the things are going to happen again and again, which is very important in coding languages, because most of the time we do things which we do in repetition. We just have to do it again and again. So this seems to be a very important and very interesting logic to do things in loop. Okay, so if you are with me and if you are done with puzzle number 4, we are on puzzle number 5 now, and then we have more loop coding here. Looks like let's start with the puzzle number 5, and I'm going to read the instructions, which are: there's an Nautilus shell hidden somewhere. Explore the shipwreck to reach the chest. Okay, so looks like we are here, and then we have to find the chest, which is here. Move forward, move forward. Let's run this code and see if it works. So I just clicked on forward. It just went forward, and then it done nothing because there's no way to go from here. So we have to go here. So let's see how this, so we need to turn right on some occasion here. Let's see how it works. So turn right. Let's use this. Turn right first and see how does it work. Turn right, and then put this together. Click on reset and click on run. So move forward. So I have to go right, and then I have to move forward 2 steps, and then I have to go right again. Okay, so turn right. Let's write this code here. Let's take this out from here and then use this code, delete this one. Let's see how this works first. No, this doesn't work either. So I think I need one move forward here again. Perfect. That was the right code for me. I just solved this. Did you solve that too? I'm going to click on try again, and I'm going to show you how did it work for me. So I choose, so my Alex was right here. So I wanted him to turn right first, and then I wanted him to go reach the chest, which was here. So I wrote a code, repeat until goal, move forward, forward, and turn right. So I wrote, so you have to just figure out by yourself that where do you want your character to move, and where is the how you can solve the puzzle, where is the goal you have to reach. So you have to write a code by yourself, and then you may have to try it few times unless it works for you. So I just saw, I just figured out how to go to reach the chest, and then I have to turn right first, and then forward, forward, and turn right in order to go till the chest. So you can just try it by yourself, and as I said, it may take few tries to finish this, but then it will and then if you want, you can also click here to get the more instructions, to see if you have more instructions to what do you have to do with your character. Okay, so if you're guys with me, and if you're done with the block puzzle number 5, let's go to the next one, 6 here. Okay, so 6 has loop. So if you will see, 6 has two different kind of loop blocks here, which has repeat until goal, and the other one is repeat 3 times to do this. Let's see if we can figure out this one. So I'm going to read instructions first. My instruction says, looks freezing out there, catch a salmon on your way to underwater ruins. Okay, so I'm here, Alex is here, so he has to go catch a salmon right here, and then he has to go underwater, which I'm assuming would be this white thing here. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. And guys, if you're working with me, and then if you are following me, if you have any questions while you go work on this, please write me on the chat box. I'll be able to read your questions, and then I'll be able to, help you with these codes that we are writing today. Okay, so I'm gonna work on this number 6 puzzle here, and you can follow me if you are on puzzle 6 with me. So I'm going to choose. So I'm going to choose actually repeat 3 times, because it looks like I have to go 3 times here and then move right. So I'm gonna choose repeat 3 times, do move forward, and then turn right. And click on run to see how does it work for me. Perfect, that works right for me, because I have to come here and then go to the salmon here. So, and then I think I'm gonna choose forward, forward, and then turn right again. Let's see how does it work for me. Oh no, that seems to be wrong. So not this one. Go delete this one, forward. Oh no, yeah. So I'm gonna choose this right one, delete this one, and then delete this one, and see if I can use go forward and repeat until the goal. Let's see if this. Oh no, I need to turn right here. Sorry about this. I should not have deleted this one. Reset and then click on run. And then I need a right. Click on reset and run again to see if this works for me. So as I said, you may have to try it, few times to see how does it work for you. So I'm just trying to see. It's not working for me. So I need to think here. Let me know if it's working for you guys, and you can share your experiences. How far are you with this coding challenge? Turn right and then let's repeat this one. I think I can change this one too. Let's do it 6 times and now click on run. If we can. Oh, sorry. This should be move forward. Click on reset and run. No, this one is not wrong. This one is not right either. So let's say, okay, I think, and then I can change this to turn left. So you can actually click on this drop down and change it to left turn. So that's what I think is going to help us now, because we have to go to left. So perfect. That was perfect. So I'm gonna click on forward again, or I can just choose one of this 3 times and then move forward. Perfect. That was a little bit of trial, but then it worked for me. Please let me know if it is working for you guys. I don't need this move forward. I think I have one of this is extra. So I'm going to, so you can drag it and you can, you know, change. You can, detach with each other and then you can join it. Like I'm going to, so you just have to keep your mouse and keep dragging and this will work for you. Like this. Okay. So this is my code for the puzzle number 6. If you are on puzzle number 6 with me and if you're working with me, you can make a note of this code. We just figured this out, how it's going to work. So we have repeat 3 times to move forward. And then actually now what we can do, see, this is move forward and this is move forward again. So what we are doing is in repetitive, we can just take this off and we can do it 4 times. And then turn right, repeat 6 times, move forward, turn left, repeat 3 times. So this is the code for my puzzle number 6. So I'm going to click on run again and see if it works for me. Perfect. It's working for me perfectly fine. So as I told you, it may take some try and it may take some effort to figure out what exactly right code that we want to write for our character to solve that puzzle. But then it helps you create, it gives you an understanding of coding, and it also help you create the logic for kids especially, so that they can figure out how things work in the coding environment and how they can change, how they can manufacture their code according to the puzzle they want to solve or the thing they want to do on front end when they write with the code languages. So it's about changing of code, it's about editing of code, and it's about how it works fine for you. So this is the code for on your screen. This is the code for puzzle number 6 here. If you want, I can wait here for 1 more minute if you're making a note of it. And then the other thing that I would like to tell you that you can do it in a different way too. If you want to do, for example, if you want to click on run and you want to go right first here, if you want to take a different path, you can take a different path and you can write essentially a different code for yourself. So that, as you can see, there's not only one way that I just took to reach to the fish. There can be another way which you can take. There can be another route that you can take to go to the fish. So you can just write your own code and see how it works for you, and then you can make changes to your code. The main thing is, the important thing is to understand the logic here, and also understand how we can make changes to the code, and how we have to get through the goal that we are going to achieve. So this is all about understanding the logic and see how you can make changes to the code. So go ahead, take a note of my code if you want to, or just try, just keep it with you and try your own code if you want to do it later, or just try to, write this code by yourself to create a logic how Alex can get to the fish, and how we can complete that puzzle, and how we have to do alteration of our coding when we are writing a code for something, for some application or some process. So this was about puzzle 6. Now let's move on, go to the puzzle 7, and see what different challenges we have. What is a different challenge on puzzle number 7? So looks like we have something new to learn. So whenever you see a video, they're going to talk about something new. So first they show us a video to go about the easy steps, like how to go forward, right and left, and then they told us about the loop, how the loop work, and looks like we have another thing to learn because we have a new video here. So let's watch this video and see what's new, and then we're going to practice on that.
Wow, another 3 puzzle solved. And we've caught a salmon. Not quite as exciting as piles of gold, but we'll take what we can get. And I have a feeling that Nautilus shell will come in handy later. I wonder what lurks in these ruins. Perhaps another hint. Let's take a look inside.
My name is Nettie, and welcome to my ruins. We make decisions all the time based on conditions. If it looks like rain, then we'll grab an umbrella. If we're hungry, then we'll eat a snack. If we see a creeper, then we run in the opposite direction. Computers make these types of decisions too. They can actually respond to conditions using code. To program a response like this using your code command, select an if path block. Select the drop-down to create the command. For example, if you write the command if path to the right and place turn right inside the conditional, then when Steve reaches an open path to the right, he will always turn right. If there's no opening to the right, he will not turn right. These conditional if commands are helpful when you run code in unpredictable situations, such as mysterious ruins and underwater caves. Try using the if blocks and take your code for a spin.
Wow, Nettie's ruins were awesome. I really got to move out of my parents' house. So what do you think? Are the conditions right for us to complete the final puzzles? Let's give it a go.
That is perfect. So we just learned about conditional coding. And this is a very important and very interesting part of the coding when you write code with if and else statement. Whenever you write code with languages, with HTML, Java, these are those computer languages to write code. So whenever you write coding with these languages, you write code with conditional sentences. So if this is true, this is going to happen, and if this is not true, else the other thing is going to happen. So we are going to learn conditional coding in this coming up puzzles here, which is very, very important in coding language. So let's see how does it work for us, and we're going to solve puzzle number 7. So as usual, I'm going to read instruction first, that what do I have to do, what is the goal of this puzzle, and what do I have to achieve. So this puzzle number 7 says, you found the underwater ruins. Search the sandstone for a chest containing prismarine treasure. Okay, so Alex is right here, and then he has to go to the chest which is here, which has the treasure. And then I have the code here, and I have to make sure that I have to write code. So it says when run, repeat until gold, and then you will see This is also an example of loop in a loop coding. So repeat until goal is a bigger loop, and then move forward is a block. It's just a block, just one single command. And then we have another loop, which is if path to the right, choose, then we are going to put another single code block there. So this is also an example of block in the block, loop in the loop coding. So this also develops to understand how we can write conditional coding, conditional scenarios, and also how we can do multiple loop situations if we have to do in the coding. Okay, so looks like if Alex is going to run and the goal is chest here, so this is the code: when run, repeat until goal. So he has to just go forward to the loop, and then if path to the right, and there's also path to the right, as I can see there's a right side, there's a path. And then what I can do is move, turn right. This is what I need. And then he's going to the path, to the chest here, which is the goal. So if you will, you have to, if you want to understand, this is a little bit tricky to understand, but if you will read it like 2 or 3 times, then you are going to understand. Is like when I'm going to click on run, I'm going to explain this to you again. So when I'm going to click on run, I have to move forward until I repeat, I'm sorry, I have to move forward until I reach my goal. So I have to just keep moving forward. But then in the order of moving forward, if there's a path to right, then I have to turn right. So as you see, if I just say repeat until goal and move forward, if Alex is just keep going forward and forward and forward, then he's going to hit the wall. He is not going to turn right. So I want him to turn right and then move forward again to go to chest. So this is why this loop in loop situation comes in handy, and this is why where this if statement is condition blocking is important, that I want my character Alex to turn right, because he cannot just go forward all the time. He has to turn right when there is a path to right. Okay, looks like I have a message here. Oh, perfect, someone already finished. Well, that's so nice. Good job. Thank you so much. Yeah, this can be, if they have done in the past, it can be easy for them. But such a very good job. I'm so happy that you were able to finish this. So, so I have the code for puzzle number 7. And if you are done, you can still stay with us and you can see how we are going to finish this one. Puzzle number 7. Or if you want, you can just keep practicing by yourself. And then if you're done with the Voyage aquatic, there are other things you can go back and go to different lessons and you can try by yourself. Good luck. So yeah, for others we have the code ready for ourselves. And as I explained you, why we have loop in loop situation here, because if Alex is just keep moving forward, he is going to hit the wall. But then if there's a path to right, he has to turn right in order to go to the chest, because this is how this is laid out, that he has to turn right and then move forward again to go to the chest. So I'm going to click run and see if it has worked for me. So okay, so he's just going forward, and then he saw a path on the right, he turned right, and then he just kept moving forward again, and then he saw that there was chest, and then the goal was finished. So this is how we are going to write code, in the block, which is our conditional, I'm sorry, conditional coding, and also loop in loop coding. So I'm waiting for here for 1 more minute. If you all want to see my code, you can see it and then you can try it by yourself if you're not trying it right now. This is a very pretty much simple and easy code if you watch that video for 1 minute and 33 seconds. That's what it talks about. And always remember that why loops are important in the coding. so that you don't have to write the same code again and again for the same line code. I don't want to write move forward, move forward, move forward like 10 times. So I have it repeat until goal, move forward. And then I have another situation here, another condition here, which is if path to the right, turn right, because if my character will keep going forward, he's gonna hit the wall. So he has to turn right in order to reach to the chest. So that's why I have this loop in loop condition and conditional coding, we call it in coding language. Okay, let's go to the puzzle number 8 here. Let's see what do we have in puzzle 8. So puzzle 8 is kind of different looking. It has a different colors and all glittery thing. Okay, let's start with the first important thing, which is about reading instructions. So let's read instruction. It says, first iceberg, now lava. Get through this volcanic island and find the tropical fish in the coral reef. So we have to get through here to the fish. So now you see that the our goal is fish. Okay, so I'm going to put this if, oh no, I'm sorry. So I'm going to choose this one, repeat until goal. So we know our goal is fish here, so we have to go fish. So first we have to move forward because it has to move forward, and then it has to take right, and then it has to take right again, and then left. Just always see, the path that you will take. If Alex is you, if Alex were you, what are you going to do? You are going to go forward until you reach here, and then you are going to take right here, and then you are going to take right again, and then you have to take left. So this is what basically you have to do, take forward and then left. Yes, we cannot touch the bubbles. Thank you so much for pointing out this. I forgot to say that we cannot touch the bubbles here. So we just have to be in the blue. Very, very nice of you. Thank you so much. So we just have into blue. I forgot to mention that we cannot touch the bubbles. So basically we cannot go through this shortcut. This is not a way to go because there are bubbles here. So we have to go forward, repeat until goal. So move forward here, and then if path to the right, turn right. So always remember, if you want to change this, click on here, choose right. So turn right here, and then it's going to turn right again here, and then we have to turn left. Okay, turn right. Yeah, I think this is going to work, but let's see, I may be wrong. So as I said, we may have to work few times to see if it works for us. So I have clicked on run, and then, yeah, looks like it's working for me. Looks like it's working now. Perfect, it worked for me. So I'm going to click on replay so I can show you the code. Oh, sorry about that. So I'm just click on replay. So, oh, oops, I think I just, let me go back on 8 to show you again. Okay, so yeah, so I did the reset, and I went back. So I was here, Alex is here. So looks like Alex has to go to the fish, which is he has to go forward. So I had repeat until goal. Goal is the fish, move forward, and then I use the same situation, same thing that we learned last time, that loop in loop, move forward if path to the right. So I chose this one to the right because I have a path to only to the right. As someone was mentioned that we cannot go left because we cannot touch the bubbles, and we cannot go touch the brown thing. Thank you so much for mentioning that. So we just turned right here, and then we turned right again, and then went to the left to the fish. So I'm going to be here so that you can see my code here. Oh, Alex is she. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for pointing out that too. Okay, so you can also, look at my code and write out this code to see how it works for you. And then, as I was explaining that, we were going forward, 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 and then we have a situation here of loop in loop, which is writing two conditional loops here, which is move forward until there's a path to the right. So there's a path to the right, and then we turned right here, and then we have, and then we are moving forward again until we reach the goal, which is the fish. And then we are just going forward, forward, forward. And then we have to, in the end, then we have to turn left because our fish is on the left. So this is the code for puzzle number 8, and this can be tricky, for who are beginners, or maybe for some kids. But then when you will read it like 2 or 3 times, it will be easy to understand that how this code works. Okay, so keep working on this and keep writing, all the codes for rest of the puzzles here. 12, we have like 5 more minutes. So I'm going to stop here for questions. You can write me if you have any questions, and then you can keep working on all the puzzles till 12. And then you can let us know how it works for you. And if you have any question, you can also write it to us. So I'm going to write our email address here in the chat box. It's hello@dospace.org. It's right here. I'm sorry about this. I should send it to all of us. So I'm gonna type it again. So it's hello@dospace.org. I'm sorry we didn't have time to finish all of 12 puzzles, but you can just go ahead and try it by yourself. And you can just see, always remember, always start by reading the instructions, that what do you have to do. And then you can just, see the videos if you do not understand this. And you can write us an email at hello@dospace.org. It's on your chat window. And then there's my name, Mohit. And if you have any specific question, if any of the puzzle didn't work for you, and if you have any specific questions, if you do not understand any of the puzzle or any of the code, you can write an email mentioning my name, that, I have this question and I would like to, answer, I would like to get the answer of this question. So you can tell us how it works for you, and then you can also, tell you how you can also share your projects with us, and you can tell us how many of codes you have, how many of puzzles you have finished. And then I have a message here, need to go, that I'm perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I hope you had fun and you learned something. And then it was fun activity for you. Please, keep practicing. And then if you are done with this activity, which is Voyage Aquatic, if you are done finding the treasure, you can go back and you can also try. There were like 3 more activities than this, and there's also artificial intelligence activity in the end of the lesson, which is the new activity. So you can try all of them. They are free, and you can tell us if you have any questions, and I'm going to help you with any questions you may have. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was Kid Coders, and we are going to do Kid Coders every Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m. So I'm going to see you next Tuesday with a new application, with a new coding practice that we are going to do in the digital manner like this. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you how it is done, and you can follow me along, or you can learn and you can try it by yourself. And we always look forward to hear from you. your comments, your questions if you have any, and how are you doing with all of your coding practices. So please write us on our website, or you can just write us on our social media. How are you doing? And we will be able to answer all of your questions if you have any, and take your comments and take your feedbacks. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You all have a good night. I'm going to end this meeting now. Keep working on this. I hope you will be able to finish all 12 puzzles. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.